now tune in to the Hustler Chronicles. Hustle long, hustle strong. But don't make dollars, don't make sense. Hustler gang.
The death of infamous DC cocaine kingpin Rayful Edmonds. He died at the age of 60 months after he was released from prison.
Edmonds' drug operation profited hundreds of millions of dollars at the height of the crack epidemic back in the 1980s. Fox 5's Bob Barnard is live in Northwest tonight.
I remember I was about 9 years old. I think about 12 years old, man. Seeing this shit on 2020, and they was talking about homeboy, and he had all this money. He was counting his money, man, and he had like a trash bag full of $5 bills or $1 bills, like whatever, you know what I'm saying, like a gang of that shit. And he was like, and like, what we gonna do with this? He's like, we're gonna get us to charity or some shit like that. And I was like blown away, like, damn, this motherfucker's making cheese. You know what I'm saying?
With more, Bob.
There are no confirmed details about his death, but numerous reports indicate Rayful Edmonds died suddenly of a heart attack at the halfway house where he was living in Miami.
I'm back better than ever.
This is the most recent and only video of Rayful Edmonds we've seen since his release from a federal prison last summer, captured on camera at an airport just after his release and shared on social media.
My first thought was, man, I hope he wasn't assassinated. But as it turns out, he apparently died a natural death. And anybody who's been in prison long enough eating prison food, it doesn't take much to imagine how that can happen.
Billy Murphy is one of the attorneys who represented Rayful Edmonds over the years. Here was Murphy outside DC's federal courthouse in September.
Damn, that nigga grill fucked up. He must have got that shit fixed. That nigga grill shot to hell. That's homeboy from The Wire, too. That's homeboy from The Wire, man. He was a lawyer in The Wire, too. HBO The Wire.
September 1990, the day Edmonds was sentenced to life in prison.
This kid was a genius. There was no question about it. I sat with him every day during a very long trial. What would have happened to him had he instead of had two parents, having two parents who...
Is he black or white, man? All this time I'm thinking he black. But that video of him back in the day, I don't know, bro. Oof.
Trained him to be a drug dealer. From the earliest of ages, I might tell you. If he had had two parents who were successful business people or business executives who trained him in the right direction.
Rayful Edmonds spent 35 years in prison, arrested at age 24, and convicted of running a multi-million-dollar criminal conspiracy, dealing crack cocaine on the streets of D.C., leading to multiple murders as well. Then U.S. Attorney Jay Stevens.
I think Rayful Edmonds has been held accountable for the human destruction and tragedy that he has brought to this city and to the lives of thousands of young people who live in this community.
But Rayful Edmonds would continue running his enterprise from inside prison, later becoming an informant, leading to the arrests of nearly a dozen of his former cohorts.
See, motherfuckers get up in there, man. They get doing all that time. They get to talking, man. Them motherfuckers get to talking, man. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't think I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison. I think I'm going to go home one day.
You gonna snitch, nigga. You gonna get up out that motherfucker.
Will be successful? Yes, I hope and pray that it will.
Turns out his prayers were answered. Despite being sentenced to life in prison, Edmonds was released into the community last summer. His sudden death coming just 5 months later. And there no word on any services. Rayful Edmonds is survived by his mother, who served time in prison as part of that conspiracy, and at least one sister.
All right, so rest in peace to that man. Even though he snitched like a motherfucker, rest in peace. All that money, man. All that money, and come home to nothing. You make all that money. Okay, so is it best to say, okay, nigga, I did this, I did that, I made that, but you didn't keep it. You didn't keep none of that money, man. You know what I'm saying? So the feds cut you loose, you broke. All that work you did, you broke. You ain't got nothing to show for it. When is enough enough? When is enough enough, man? When you get in the game, bro, and you make that money, either you do something with that money and sit down, or you make enough where you can back up and sit down.